Hello everyone, I'm Dave Strohmeyer with Saddle Up Shooting, your host. I hope I have a good video for you today because I'm reacting to repeated comments in my comment section of my videos that, oh, I shoot XYZ bullet and XYZ rifle and I get half-inch groups all day long. Well, that kind of makes me chuckle because I've never shot all day long. That's a lot of ammo, and it kind of tells me that person has a lot of confidence in their rifle, that bullet, in the sessions that they've had, and that's okay with me. Well, as a reloader, I never know from one range to the next because I'm constantly changing loads of whether or not I can go ahead and shoot sub MOA all day long. But today we're going to test that theory because I'm going to be shooting a 75 grain, an 80 grain, and a 90 grain in two of my 6mm arcs. One a bolt action, one a semi-auto, target set up at 100 yards. Let's see if I can shoot all day long. Be back in a moment. Okay, up on the bench I'll be shooting two rifles, semi-auto and bolt action, both of them 6mm ARC, ARC, Advanced Rifle Cartridge. It's fast becoming my favorite rifle to shoot, not only just for fun, but also for varmints up to and including deer. And yes, I have killed two bucks with this very rifle. One at about 130 yards and one at about 180 yards. Bullet went through and through. I was using a 103 grain ELDX. Both animals dropped within 10 feet of where I shot them. That's very impressive to me. All right, but out here we're going to be testing that theory of I shoot a half-inch group all day long. I'm glad for those people that put that in the comments. That means they have a lot of confidence in their rifle and their ammunition. But reloaders, we have different bullet weights, different charges, different powders, different primers, different cases. So we try to fine-tune for whatever purpose we're going to be shooting. So today I'm going to be shooting 75 grain VMAX. I'll show you that up here. 80 grain Sierra Blitz King, and 90 grain ELDX, also by Hornady. The target's set up at 100 yards. Now each one of those targets that I'll be shooting is only 3 inches. So keep that in mind because obviously I blow up the target so that you can see the shooting when I do the video. But it's only a 3-inch target. So anything within that 3 inches is good for me. And I can fine-tune with the scope later for whatever ammunition that I'm choosing. Now I'm going to chronograph the difference of each one between this and the bolt action. So I hope you have some fun with that. That didn't feel like it loaded. That loaded, okay. All right, here we go. Cold bore, clean bore, half-inch all day long. No warm up, no nothing. You're going to see it as it is. All right. My rear bag correct here. Safety is off, eyes on, ears in. $32.29 for 75 grain VMAX. $32.60 3273. So that's pretty good. I don't know, can you see that group down there? What is it? Looks to be 1/2 inch all day long. Alright, so now let's go up to the 80 grain. I'm going to change everything up and then come back for the 80 grain. Be right back. Okay, I'll give you all the figures when we get back to the barn. But here's the 80 grain Sierra's Blitz Kings. I've replaced the 80 grains with the new ELD-VT because I'm getting real splendid speed and SDs and accuracy out of it, and it's almost 150 feet per second faster than these 80 grains that I loaded up 5 years ago, the Sierras. But expect a slower velocity, but let's see how it does for accuracy. Alright, target just above the last one I shot. .42. Okay, and that shot outside of that ring. .3098. Yeah, it looks to be about a 3/4 inch group, 3128 on those. Okay, so now let's switch over to the 90 grain ELDX. That's a deer hunting bullet. I also have the 103, but I'm not going to shoot those because that is my, if I go deer hunting with this rifle, that is the bullet that I'll use. But I'll use the 90s right now, which is a good crossover. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to be shooting the 90 grain ELDX. The powder that I'm using for all of these loads is the same. Lever Evolution. They're within 3 grains from high to low. This bullet, this 90 grain, shoots real well in my 243. I loaded these up recently for the 6mm arc and have not tested them in either rifle. So let's see how it shoots. This may be interesting. Alright, so target just to the right of the last one I shot. .30-33. .30-05, and that went way to the right. Okay, that's definitely a powder problem when you have 2 together and 1 off. That's generally what that means. It's not a seating depth, it's not any of that kind of stuff. It's generally a powder charge. So that was an average of 30-21 with an SD of 14. Alright, so let's switch over to my other rifle, shoot the exact same 3. Let's see how they do. Be right back. Alright, here we go. appears to be low. 3272. Okay, let's see what happens here now. $32.68. $32.64. Okay, I think you saw that group on the target. Reset up for the 80 grains. Let's go ahead and see what happens. So, you know, I don't want to repeat myself, but the 6mm arc is, you know, when Hornady designed it, they designed it for only 3 heavyweight bullets for caliber. 103, 105, and 108. So I'm shooting way under those. So that's fine. Let's see how they shoot. Okay, target just above the last one I shot. About the same neighborhood. 3114. Yeah, see, there we go. It's diving down, and so this bullet's not going to work for this rifle if I have those issues. Okay, that one went in. You can't have that while you're hunting, especially with a bolt action. But they shoot good, don't they? Well, let me go ahead and single feed here and see if that makes any difference. No, it tends to dive down. I gotta get to know that. Okay, and I'll make a note of that here on my notes as well. That one was 3118. All right, third shot. Pretty good little group though, 3127. Okay, so let's set up now for the 90 grain ELDX. Be right back. Let's see. Target just to the right of the last one I shot. $30.27 for 90 grain, folks. Think about that in relationship to a 243. $30.83. And that appears to be about a 1-inch group, 3111. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get back to the barn, analyze these targets. We'll talk some more about all day long shooting. Be right back. Okay, let's take a look at these two targets here. Over here is my Sanders Armory 6mm arc, and over here is my Uinter Precision UPR 15 and 6mm arc. All right, so let's see how we shot. Over here, 75 Emax, over here, 75 Emax. 3254, 3268, SD of 18, SD of 12, .548, .456. Okay, then the 80 grain Sierra Blitz King up here, 3126. Over here, 3126. SD of 16, SD of 5.2. Group size of 0.998, group size of 0.538. Okay, then the 90 grain ELDX, 3021, 3074, SD of 14, SD of 35, 1.46, 0.987. So I guess in terms of shooting sub MOA, I only did it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 hours, folks. So you know what? They're going to dock my pay for not being able to do it all day long. No matter what, folks, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment if you will. Check your subscriptions. Even share this video. But no matter what, as always, God bless y'all. See you again next time. Goodbye.